Jeanne Pickers was born in South Africa and lived there for 50 years. After finishing school, she studied to become a nursing sister, married a farmer, and attained a diploma in animal husbandry and artificial insemination at an agricultural college. She has written for magazines and had published many stories, a series of articles on cuisine and a prize-winning articles. Jeanne is now retired, still writing a memoir and living in Australia with her husband, 2 of her children and 5 of her grandchildren. In 2021, she publishes, in collaboration with Eurobooks, a non-fiction book entitled One Settler, One Bullet. She's here in connection with us today to tell us something more around it. Hi, Jeanne. It's so good to have you here from Australia. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and it's lovely to see you too.
Let's talk One Settler, One Bullet. What is this book about?
Well, it's quite a diverse book. It is a memoir. It's about my life with my husband, Don, on a farm in South Africa, near to the main city of Pietermaritzburg. We lived there for 25 years, he and I and our children. And it's really about our life. A little political in ways, because of course we lived there. That 25 years spanned the years from before the dismantling of apartheid until after Nelson Mandela was released from prison, and we all hoped for a better future and the Rainbow Nation. So a little of the politics comes into it, but it really is basically about how we lived with our extended family. We had 36 families working with us, and how we interacted with them, our very rich and cultural life in South Africa, and our children, of course. So together with the politics, together with our children and our life in South Africa, this was my memoir.
Okay, this is, as you were saying, a harsh book on your real story. Why should people buy it? What can it teach and what can it show?
I think basically life was not very easy. Neither my husband nor I came from wealthy families. We were 5th generation South Africans, but all of us struggled a little bit financially. So I think it teaches people that by being entrepreneurial, one can always make a plan and have a very rich life. It isn't always about material things. So I think that's the first thing that it teaches. Secondly, in adversity, because tragically we lost one of our children, and it was a very difficult time for us to get over that tragedy. And yet we did, and we picked up our pieces and we carried on. So that was another thing. And the other thing is that history is so important. Our history, now that we have left our mother country, there are over a million other people who have had to leave South Africa. And we have been able to teach them to look back and look back with love and not only the sad part of it.
Okay, one curiosity. How long did it take to write down this book, and what was the difficult part during writing it?
That book was in the making for 20 years, actually, because we left South Africa in 2001. I won't give away the secret of how we left, because that's part of the book, and that's the intrigue of the book. But we did have a unique way of leaving. And while we were away, we became quite worried that we would forget about things, forget about how we lived, forget about the people that we loved, forget about our children, and especially our daughter, Catherine. And so we started writing a diary, and that diary turned into a book. And so finally, after 20 years, we decided it's time to put it into publishing, and it's something for our children to keep as a keepsake.
Great. Now that you have the chance to, what would you tell to your readers?
I would say, you better get this book because it's going to mean a lot to you and you can learn a lot from it. Not only South Africans, but internationally. It's a book written from the heart, and it's about heartfelt things.
Thank you very much, Jeanne, for your time, for accepting our invitation, and of course, we wish you very good luck with your book.
Thank you for taking the time to spend with me too.
One Settler, One Bullet is the story of Jeanne Pickers and her husband, Don, intertwined with the history of South Africa. Sandwiched between two warring factions stands the farm named Blomandel, where the author lived for 25 years. These were the years from before the dismantling of apartheid until after the release of Mandela from prison and the anticipated birth of the Rainbow Nation. One Settler, One Bullet by Jeanne Pickers is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.